Hey everyone, it's Jet back today with another toy video, and today I'm going to show you how to get 3 toys. They are called the S.E.A.T, Defective Doomsday device, and the Malfunctioning Stealthman 54. Now, in order to get these 3 toys, you'll have to be an engineer. You'll also need to have 40 points in Scrapper down here, because once you have 40 points in Scrapper, it lets you rummage through Scrap Now, which has a chance of finding unique treasures. Now, these unique treasures are the toys right here. Now, if you are not an engineer, don't worry, as you can buy these toys from the auction house. They're not cheap, though. That is why if you're an engineer, you can make some gold selling these toys, and the farm is not bad at all. So, once you're an engineer, and if you are an engineer, you're going to need 2 items. You're going to need any Dragonflight armor or goggle piece, any piece of gear that you could throw a tinker in. So it could be goggles or an armor piece right down here. I went with the peripheral vision projectors because I am a druid and a leather wearer. Now the item level does not matter. You just need something that you could throw a tinker into. Now the tinker that you're going to want to get is called the tinker called the Plane Displacer. Now this tinker makes you, it gives you the ability to go invisible. Depending on what quality is for how long. Now the quality does not matter in here either. So you just need the tinker Plane Displacer, and you need a piece of gear that you can throw that tinker into. Now once you have these 2 things, you want to come to Borealis Harbor if you're an alliance, or go to Ipu if you're Horde, who is located in the Great Seal. He is located right here inside the Great Seal. Now I'll put all the waypoints in the description below. Now, once you have these 2 things, you want to, like, I'm an Alliance player, so I'll be in Borealis Harbor. I'm going to go see Kiku, who's located right up here inside this building in Borealis Harbor. Now, when I come in here, Kiku is just chilling here in the corner right here. Now, when we get to this spot, what I'm going to do is I'm going to equip my goggles. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hotkey my goggles right here. And another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make a macro. Now this macro here will help us rummage through scrap. So we'll make a new macro right here. We'll just call it scrap. And this will save us a lot of time, especially if you're going to farm this for gold. Okay. So we're going to put in the code right here. Now I didn't make this code for this macro right here. I found this on Wowhead, and it was made by a person called Ari. So I hope I said that right. If not, I apologize. They made this code, so I want to thank them. And I'll post it in the description below if you want to make it yourself. So once we have this macro, we're going to save it, and we're going to hotkey this right down here also. Now that we have our goggles equipped and our macro made, and both of those hotkeyed, we're going to talk to Kiku. Now Kiku on the Alliance side, or Ipu on the Horde side, when you talk to them, they let you queue into the LFR version of the raids in BFA. Now the one we're looking for is called the Grand Reception, so we're going to queue into this. Now this will take us to the first bosses of the Eternal Palace. So when we get in the raid, you'll notice the first boss is right here in the beginning. Right up here. Now we're just going to stealth through all these mobs right here. Now you can kill these mobs if you want. You can actually run this whole raid on LFR if you want, and it's not hard at max level to get transmog if you're looking for anything else. Now once we get to the first mob here, what you want to do, and this strategy, because I tested it before making this video, was posted on Wowhead by a person called Masai. Who said it was the most efficient way that they found to get scraps. And they are 100% correct, because I tested it. I tested getting scraps with bombs, and sometimes you don't get some, sometimes you do. This way right here, you'll be guaranteed to get 2 pieces of scrap or 1 piece of scrap, depending. Now when you get to this area right here, the first boss, what you want to do is you just, since I have my gear equipped with the tinker, what you want to do is you just want to use that. So we got it hotkeyed right here. We're going to use it and go invisible. Now when we do this, you'll notice we're invisible right here, and we got 1 piece of scrap. Now you can get 1 piece or 2 pieces of scrap. Unfortunately, we only got 1 right here. Now when you're in invisibility mode right here, all you want to do is you just want to tag the mob the boss right there and just reset them. Now you could do this by shadow melding if you're a druid, or if you're another way you can break combat with another class, you can. I just found it just quicker just to run out and then let her reset, let this boss reset. Now the boss will respawn, and you notice that once we reset the boss, our tinker resets also. So we don't have to wait for the cooldown. We can just keep doing this again. So we'll do it again here, because sometimes when you use this tinker, it will fail, right? But if it fails, all you got to do is just pull the boss again. That's all you got to do, and then reset it, and it will reset again. So we'll use this. We go invisible. We got another piece of scrap. So we'll just pull this boss and reset it. Now you can see how this is if you want to farm these toys up so you can sell them. Because this is really easy, especially if you have a couple monitors like I do. You could throw a movie on one and just go to town on this and just keep rummaging through scrap. Now once you have at least 5 pieces of scrap, you can rummage through it. Now there's 2 ways you can do it. We made a macro here that Arlie gave us on Wowhead. So we're going to use that, because if you're going to do this to farm these, you're going to be rummaging through a lot of scrap, because to get these toys, it's totally RNG. Okay, so instead of going each time you have 5 pieces, going into your engineering thing here and going rummage through scrap and putting them in and then rummage through it, we're just going to use our macro here. So we're going to use our macro, and you notice here we got the Malfunctioning Stealthman 54. So we got another one of these, which is really good. That's really lucky, actually. But so I could sell it. But you could either get engineering parts, or you can get junk, or you can get one of these 3 toys like we did. So it's all RNG. It all comes down to luck. But that's how you get the S.E.A.T, Defective Doomsday device, and the Malfunctioning Stealthman 54. So I hope this video helped, and good luck with your toy collecting.